Tony D back with the absolute Batman. Love this series. Snyder, Dragotta, and Martin are delivering a classic that you cannot miss. Where we left off with our hero, he is trapped inside Ark M. Very clever wording for the Arkham Asylum. It's a huge city. Looks like it's underground. It looks like it's run by the Joker and various Batman villains from this universe. Let's get into this thing. And Bane, actually, he took care of Batman in very quick order. And one thing that I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed either, but just in this universe with the survival of Bruce Wayne's mother, it's almost like I don't know if it's worse that she's still alive, reminding him a haunting grief. And one thing I've noticed, it's always dark when you see her. Like, it's shadows. It's a reminder that she is gone in that other universe, but it's really a haunting. The presence of a grieving mother is just extremely haunting. I just thought the visual cues of her were very interesting because she's often shown in dim lighting, shadows obscuring her face, suggesting things like guilt, helplessness, and emotional distance. And it's almost always at the beginning, and then we see our hero here. And the director of Ark M is actually, this is their journal. And they're saying that he's 6'9", 421 pounds. That's insanely big. Now, the important thing about that, how big is Bane? Extremely bigger than that. But they give you this really sets you up. It was entertaining he has all this stuff implanted in his body and they had to take it all out. And they give you a very good rundown of everything there. And also, she mentions, that's the director of Ark M, that he should be out for a while, another 48 hours, and then he just, boom, wakes up. Love that shot. And then we get to the Dragotta's, just the grotesquerie that he can deliver. And when I first saw this, I got lost in it, but another note of a previous issue, Waylon, who is Bruce's friend in this universe, was captured and taken to Ark M. And this looks like a crocodile. There you have it. Great. Just smashing it right there. Love it. Now we're with our hero, and you get this feeling with this bright lighting. Yeah, you could do it. The coloring is probably the underrated hero of a lot of books, where it really sets a tone and a mood. Just like hope. We have some hope here. And it's such a brilliant idea having something right there. And picks the lock. Now we're back to the darkness. That's what I'm talking about, the color just being underrated. He's in this labyrinth of a place, and they do a great job of that with the different angle, the different sizes of the paneling. You get a sense of confusion and just a labyrinth. And you just read the signs. Not sure what that one says. Transmutation and plasticity. That makes me think of, and they call it the clay biome. You know who that is. He gets in here, and we get our first appearance of Clayface. This is him. I missed it at first, but just the body horror that Dragotta introduces into the book is fantastic. It really sets this apart from the main universe. I love it. And Bane just takes him down, and he just keep trying. Bane in this universe is also that very driven character, but he almost seems like he's 10 times worse just with the grotesquerie. Batman probably having a flashback, probably dreaming while he's out. And it's funny when he knocks him out, she talks about how he'll need to go to the infirmary first. And he's in a flashback with Waylon where he's training him for a fight. And he's with his other friends. And those flashbacks are important because they build up a sense of just that camaraderie, just that they truly are friends. And it's very important as we get further into the story. The director of Ark M plays a big narrative role in this, and she's given us more clues that there's been other subjects before him. And it sounds like he's given up. He's refused to eat. He's scraping bat dung from wherever he can off the floor. And they've given him feeding tubes. And really, it's just an orchestrated escape attempt, and it's brilliant just how they have this laid out. He actually took his teeth out, taped them to his hand, and he's using his stomach acid as a weapon with the digestive enzymes and the bat guano, the bat poo. He created an explosion that now we're back out. We have that hope, that bright hope. But also, I love the red tones for when he's busting down on these people. Great use of color. He's back out into this labyrinth, and he's still fighting. The resolve is strong, and the paneling is back to that inconsistent, different style, just that chaotic. Gives you that feel that you're lost as well with him. He sees more. I keep trying to figure out who these people are. Like, this makes me think of Poison Ivy. I love how we're getting these hints. And then they mentioned this, and I was really curious. The green wants out. Is this like the Swamp Thing? This could be a Swamp Thing type character mentioning the green. I thought that was quite a reveal if that's what it is. And this creature just attacks him. And Bane comes back, still telling him not to give up. Now we're back to, this is his past with this universe's Catwoman, and it's very dark, dim as well. It was a relationship that he really wanted, but it's just lost in the darkness. And I really love how they set up this dark memory, and then he wakes up and his mother is still looking for him. Oh, and this was really great as far as writing goes. She talks about how she wasn't sure why she used this picture because he has such big, beautiful blue eyes, and you get down where you see the blue, just that little tint of blue. They've done something to him. They tell you right here he's been operated on. He's succeeded, and Bane is actually the subject before him, and they're saying that he is doing better than that subject. And this is really interesting as far as what's going on. What did they do? And then there's the suit. The suit is a character itself right now, challenging his resolve. It's begging him, keep going, put me on. And I'm wondering if they want him to do that, and he's actually talking to the suit. but it's a talk he cannot get out of. And I love how the shadow grows over him. And right there, that's where he makes the decision. But I love how this is a character. And then bam, right through the wall. Love that shot. Dragotta's great. Now we're back to the darkness and confusion of this whole area. And he knows in this flashback, this is important right here, where Bruce knows that he can't beat the guy that he's training him for. And he's asking him, do you believe I can win? And he goes from that memory to this, and he's in that spot. He can't win, but he's not going to quit. And then Bane comes back, and I look at that shot, brings that foot and crack. Great fight. It's all tightened up now for a tight fight scene. And he kicks him into this enclosure, and then I really knew immediately what this was. This is Killer Croc, Waylon in this universe. And the grotesquerie of it is fantastic. It's a beautiful mess of a monster where look at how long his jaw is. I totally dig that. He's got like this elongated neck that gives it a real creepy, menacing feel. And he grabs Batman. And then it gets to the end of his memories. Of course, I believe you can win. And that's the resolve of Batman, where he's not going to get up. And I love this double panel page. Let's get back in the ring. And this is Dragotta's finest right here. Look at that. The leg. It's something to behold. They make their escape, but as we find out, this is really orchestrated by the director of Ark M, who he calls Dr. Arkham. I thought that was an interesting reveal. And this book just gets better and better. And it's not just that, oh, who's going to be the ultimate Killer Croc? Who's going to be the ultimate this or that? It's way beyond that. I think they've learned from the past, because this isn't the first time a universe has been created outside of the canon. They learn from their mistakes, and they're just going all out. If you're into a masterclass of character deconstruction, and that's really what they did here, they just stripped away the mythos, and they just leave you with a man who refuses to break. And it was written and captured beautifully within the panels of this book. It is a psychological gauntlet, and if you're into that, get it.